Okay, so today we're going to discuss Misty again, the second part, repeat what we did yesterday. We're going to do 3 versions. We're going to do showing the chord shells of the song, like this. Then we're going to do chord shells and added guide tones. So we have E flat major 7, B flat, E flat. And then we're going to add the melody on top of that. And then from that we're going to do a more filled out version where we have the chords playing out the entire chords. That stuff. And then last is going to be with more advanced voicing techniques. Okay, so first when you have a song like this, you can check out the chord shells. And what I mean with that is the bass note and the one of the guide tones. And then you can look at the melody. The melody goes, so you have the major 7 of the E flat. Major 7 is already there, so I will just play the chord shell version with the 3rd here. And then I go E flat major 7, and then I go up to B flat major 7, E flat 7, A flat major, A flat minor 7, D flat 7, go up again, E flat major 7, and then I go up to C minor here, because otherwise it's gonna get low here, and then B flat, F7, B flat, and then we have G minor 7, C7, F7, B flat 7, and we're back here. So a choice you have to do when you do voicings, underneath E flat you don't want to voice. You can do C minor here, but if you start going C, B flat, and it gets muffled and it's hard to hear what the bass note is. So after E flat you can only go play fifths. They will always come through, or octaves. But no voicing, so one play a 3rd here was too low. So therefore for the C minor 7 I played E flat and I went up here, F7, B flat, E. So you can go through the song like that. And the B section, don't you notice how hopeless love lost? B flat 7, E flat 7, A flat major 7, A minor 7, D7. If you want to play the F7 you can do it here. And then go up, G minor, I'll go here, C, F, B flat. And then you can start practicing, because when you play open voicings, you usually play chords between 2 hands. So I will practice going with a thumb, playing the missing guide tone. So E flat major 7, B flat minor 7, E flat 7, A flat 7, A flat minor 7, D flat 7, go up again, E flat major 7, C minor 7, F minor 7, B flat 7, and then went down here, G minor 7, and C7, F minor 7, B flat 7. Now it's getting a bit low here. The last one could be done also like this, G minor 7, C7, F minor 7, B flat 7, like this, which might be a better solution. Alright, and then don't you notice, B section, how hopeless love lost, and then E flat minor 7, E flat 7, A flat major 7, A minor 7, D7, if I want B, F7, then I go to G minor 7, oh sorry, C7, F, B flat, on my own, back there. Alright. And once you have that down, I would just practice the melody. Look at me, I'm as hope. Check out good fingering, as hopeless. And here it's an A flat major chord spelt out. So I see, and it seems like I'm drifting on a road I just can't understand. I get misty the moment you're near. So have that sorted out. And then the B section begins with an E flat pentatonic up run. You can say that again penta. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. And then we can start putting it together with just the normal chord shells. This one. On my own tree, would I wander through this wonderland alone? Never knowing my rifle for my hand for my glove. I get misty the moment you're near. Okay, let's do the B section. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? But it's just what I wanted to be. And then, don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. And then, yeah. So that's what we do. And then we add the missing guide tones. Look at me. Here you have it in the melody. I'm as hope. They can remain in here for E flat 7. And then here we have to add the 3, which becomes 7. Major 7 here. 3 in the melody. Here we have a voice crossing. And then here the 3rd comes here in the melody. So if I want to play the 7 here, I will go like. And then the B section. Don't you notice how hope? Here I have a flat here. So I can just leave it like this. I can double the lead. So I have one guide tone in the melody, I can double it here. Now I'm playing 11, so I have to play 3 here. 11 in the lead. I don't like the F7 here, I think it's kind of out of context. I think it's better to see it as a D7. And then you can do altered. Like an altered chord. It's nicer. And then I have G minor 7, C7, F7 with 11 on top, nice. Okay, so once you have that down, you have done like 70% of the work, because this is what's most important in the music. It's the root and the guide tones. So even if I would just accompany someone and say, look at me, I'm as hopeless as a kitten up the tree, and I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud, I just can't understand. I get misty, that's the moment you're near. So that would be a kind of basic arrangement, but we could still accompany a singer, and it would be totally okay. Now, to make it more jazzy, of course, you want to fill in the missing pieces in the cake. So for here, I will just play the melody. And here I will spell out the entire B flat minor 7. So I'm playing. And then I can play the E flat 7 here. So what I start doing here, I add tensions, the 9, and then the melody goes. I can add 9 if I want to, but it doesn't make much sense because it's kind of the ending here. I spell out the chord. Here again, I can add the 5 here. If I want the 7, but the 7 is here. I usually avoid to double voicing notes like 7/3, 9s and stuff within the chord unless it's the lead. So I could do, if I want to have it, for for an effect. But here I think it's enough with just the 5th. And then, so here I have the 9, before we just had, so it's beginning to sound more Philly. And then E flat major 7 here. I can add the 5th if I want. I can add the 9 if I want, but it's gonna clash with the melody, so I wouldn't really add anything. Maybe the 5, doesn't make much difference if I have the 5 or not. And here, I'll just leave it as it was before. I can add the 3rd and 5th here. And then I get the 9. And then here, sorry, the 5th. So what we've done here is we've pretty much taken the chord structure here and added a tension where available. So like for B, spell out the entire chord, and here I do the E flat 13 with 9, 13 in the lead. And then it gets tight sometimes, I can't really add much. And if I have a D minor here and add the 5, doesn't make much difference, I can have it or not. Then for the B section, now we can start adding stuff. So I would double the lead to make it more Philly, 7, and I can add the 5th. And now I can go low, because it says flat 9. It comes in the melody, and then here, if I want to add the 5 or the 13, and then I had 11 here, I want to add something here, you can add the 5. You can double the 7, but I think it's thin, so I usually don't like doubling, so I would do like this. And then I'd do 7 flat 5. And now we can start adding the flat 5. So we get the 9. Want a flat 9. So what we've done now, just briefly, is like we play with a tension. Here it's a 5, we have 13, 5 or 13, so we add tensions. Now for the full version, we start thinking it's like, how can I color with the melody? How can I make it more spicy, add tension and release? So this melody here is like basically on a dominant pedal. So what I want to do here is I want to do something nice. And I can use this scale, which is a diminished scale. And then you can get this structure, like a diminished, B diminished, walking all over the place. And then I can just have this structure. So I do. This structure with a melody note. And then. So if you want to look at it as a B flat 7, you can see it as a B flat 7 flat 9 chord. And then going down here. The same B flat minor 9, but with a natural 13 instead of, because it's off from the scale. So you see it as a constant structure stride. It's like a B diminished, A diminished, A flat diminished. So it's like it's the under structure, and then the melody. And then you add the lead to add more tension, because you get this dissonance, which is nice. And then you go down here and you play a dim chord, which is actually an E flat diminished. It resolves. And that's a classical method for delaying a tonic chord. You play it diminished on the tonic. It's been with Mozart and other composers for many hundred years. So we use it here in jazz. And then a diminished chord, you can add tensions on a step on top of every chord tone. So you can have E flat, F. So you have the diminished chord here, so you can add an F, A flat, B, and D. So when you have a diminished chord, you can add tensions like another diminished chord on top. You don't want to do that at the same time because it's going to sound strange. So, but what we do is we add this, the sixth. So we have again. We could add this, but it's going to sound muffled because we want this hybrid sound of a D over an E flat, which is nice. And then you resolve it here. Or you can go and add the 9. So all this is lots of tension, 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 and then release. It's nice. And here I play diminished, going to 3rd, 5th, 9. And then I continue like before. And here I can play, I like the 9 here. If I want to do a very dissonant, I can play the 11 here. But I might just stick with. And I don't need to voice everything, every single note. And then I will just leave it here. But here it's nice to add the 11, so I add more tensions. This is also an upper structure triad, an E flat, which works if you want a Lydian sound. You take a chord and go up a step and play this, then you get Lydian. And then E flat major 7 here. Play the voicing with the 5th. Can play the roots just to, or I can go. If I want to, it's risky. The melody tends to disappear. I can play the roots. I will play the 7 here. 9. So I get this nice melody. So you can work a lot with guy whistling like that. And then again, like we did before. Oh, sorry, major. 11. Oh, sorry. And then you can play like E6 like this. Add the 9 if you want. And then you can play an A flat. That's a nice kind of Hollywood. So it's often when you have a tonic, you can go to the minor subdominant, A flat. And if you play it minor subdominant 6, it sounds really classical. So you get like this. You can experiment just or if you want to arpeggiated. And then you can say that. This can be arranged if you want to. But I don't see much point in it. It gets overarranged. So it's nice just to have a melody at times. And here you begin again. You can play the 11 and 9 if you want to have a more sick. But I wouldn't play the 9 here because you get it under the melody. So I can play. If you want a more modern sound, this is nice. You can add the, if you want the 11, which is pretty nice. nice. You get a country movement, which is nice. Major. And here we play 6, 9, and then here. So I have voicing in fourths. And then same here. I'll just fill out what's missing here. You can skip the 7 if I don't want to have it. And now I do an upper structure triad. And here I can go. That's nice. That's why I don't want to play the F7. I want a D. I have to go upper structure B flat, B flat, A flat, and then can double there or just play there. Can add the 11 if I want to. So again. Or if I want to do a minor flat 4. This is more modern sound. Can add the sharp 11 there. So this turnaround could be, if I want to do just a G minor 11, I can go like this. That's nice. Really, that's like reharmonizing it with tensions. So I'm going away from G minor 7 flat 5. I want a more modern sound. I can go. I play the 11. It goes up. So it's nice. 11, 7. And that's nice, like you have like an idea you introduce, like. And then you have this already tension build up, and then you just go. So these are things you can experiment with in this song to make it interesting. So you don't have to arrange every note. It's nice to have sometimes just, and then you fill it out. Yeah, and in this part you can do, they often do a cliche guideline. So you can go. So that could be. So I will not play any 7, I will just play the root. And then you go here. You can also double that lead. And then you go here. And see who want to voice that. So can I go. I can just play flat 9, double flat 9. I can do double octaves also if I want. Can do fills like that. And here you can play 11 again with the over G over A minor. 11. Okay, good luck. And the melody signature. It's Modern Piano Styles with Adam.